In this morning's Money Watch, car sales and gas prices. Anywhere you go in the U.S., a gallon of regular now costs around $4, and gas prices rose more than 30 cents a gallon in April alone. But at the same time, car sales jumped by 18%. CBS News business and economics correspondent Rebecca Jarvis here to tell us why and what it means if you're actually looking for a new car. Good morning.
Hey, Chris.
Seems a little counterintuitive, though, that the gas prices being as high as they are right now and car sale prices going right up.
Yeah, car sales are going up, and it sounds like to some people maybe it's happening in spite of higher gas prices, but the reality here is that car sales are actually rising because of higher gas prices, because all of these automakers, and the Detroit 3 are a big part of this, they are putting out more fuel-efficient cars, and those are the big sellers right now. If you went to the New York Auto Show this week and last week, what you saw were all of these fuel-efficient cars, among them the Chevy Cruze, which is a General Motors car, is one of the big ticket items. It's definitely selling big here, and General Motors saw its sales of all the automakers go up the most by 27% in the month of April.
Big numbers for GM. Let's talk about big cars, SUVs. Normally when we see gas prices go as high as they are, the sales of SUVs kind of scales back until the prices come down. Any correlation there again, or is that?
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's certainly what we tend to see. And this go round, what's really interesting is it seems like Americans may actually be changing their habits. What we've seen before in 2008, when prices spiked up to $4.11 in the summer of '08, we saw a lot of Americans cut back on their usage. They thought never again, but then they went out and bought gas guzzlers again. Yeah. This go round, it seems like we're actually seeing a sea change, and part of that is being led by the Detroit automakers.
How are American companies now doing, I guess, up against foreign competitors?
They actually had a better month in April than their foreign competitors. Some of that is due to the fact that Japanese automakers like Toyota, for example, have faced serious shutdowns, and we're still seeing that on the lots here in the United States. I've been talking to the dealerships. They're running short on Priuses. Some of the Lexus cars are running short, and they expect to see more of those shortages. So American car makers have really taken the lead now.
Trying to capitalize a little here. Let's talk about incentives, because you're not going to get me in a car unless you give me a good deal. I think that's basically the prevailing theme around
that. Is the prevailing theme, but what's really interesting about incentives right now is that they've actually come down pretty significantly. In the month of April, incentives on average were about $2,118. So that's what you could get back in the cash back in the low-rate financing offers. That was down $250 from March. Yeah. So what you're seeing is the automakers, they don't have to give us customers as much money to get us to buy their cars.
Yeah, so it sounds like they're jacking the prices up a little, but they're giving a little pullback on the incentives for the consumer.
Well, and you might see that continuation, because essentially what you have here is when there's more interest in buying cars, there's fewer cars sitting dormant on the lot. The dealerships don't have as much of a necessity to push them out the door. We're willing to pay a higher price for them.
Got it. Before we let you go, I want to talk about rental cars too, because with the summer season fast approaching right now, the gas prices that they're charging you at the rental counter. Wow. Yeah,
well, if you return that car without gasoline in it, you are going to pay potentially $9 a gallon. Don't do it. If you prepay, here's the interesting thing. If you prepay at these places and say, we will take the gas, you could actually pay less money for a gallon of gas in many major cities. So do that prepay option where you say, we'll take the gas, but prepay it. Don't wait till you get back.
Question the insurance, take the gas. CBS's Rebecca Jarvis, thanks so much. Good to see you.